Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And that's your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from the Daily Wire. You're going to love this one. Psaki, Jen Psaki is for those of you who don't know, is the White House press secretary, i.e. basically the voice of the president to the general public and the press. We're a little tired of Republicans criticizing us for Biden's border crisis. Now, she didn't exactly say that, but she did say criticizing us for the border crisis. Tired of the Republicans' criticism. Wait a minute. Jen's thinking, you know what? What the hell's going on here? Didn't you for the last 4 years always go against Republicans no matter what? Didn't you always side with Democrats and progressives and leftists, even if we were bat blank crazy and wrong? What changed? What changed? Donald Trump isn't there anymore. And what also changed is even a smaller percent the Democrats that I care to mention, but in the House of Representatives, all you need is 6 or 8 to say, hey, guys, you really screwed up. You really up the border, I'll tell you. And so she's just amazed. I thought you guys were part of the Democratic Party. Because the person asked, it wasn't from Fox. On Friday, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki lamented. This is a little embellished. Who wrote that? By Daily Wire News. It doesn't say. You may at the bottom. It's okay. I mean, I still support the Daily Wire. I even have a Leftist Tears mug when I got my membership. But anyway, I digress. Jen Psaki lamented Republican criticism of the Biden administration's handling of the border crisis that has erupted over the last several months, saying that this administration was a little tired of the speeches. Oh my God, are you serious? Are you serious? The never-ending speeches, hundreds, if not thousands of them over the 4.5 years when Donald Trump ran and then was president. On the floor, how he's a traitor and a Russian asset. And he made a deal with Ukraine for money. And he's this and he's that. And he's a racist. Speech after speech after speech after speech after speech. You think they were a little tired of that too? And he didn't even do any of those things. That Trump has a big personality. So criticize him for the things he does do, not what he doesn't do. Psaki made the remarks while answering a question from Daily Caller White House correspondent Shelley Talbot. Oh, I was wrong. Talbot asked Psaki if the administration could point to tangible examples of success that Vice President Kamala Harris's alleged work in addressing the border crisis has had. Okay, that's a fair question. She was a senator for a few years. Did she say there's a broken immigration system? Well, Congress needs to fix that, but they won't because Democrats don't want to fix it. They like it just like it is. Psaki responded by claiming it was going to be a long-term effort. Yeah, since Ronald Reagan in the 1980s gave amnesty to almost 20 million, the only thing I ever criticized Ronald Reagan for, of any consequence. Long-term effort addressing the root causes of immigration. One of the root causes where they live is just a disaster. Either politically with corruption, earthquakes, floods, tornadoes, famine, economy in the toilet. And they can come to the U.S. and get free housing, free food, and free health care. Those are the causes. Duh. Like corruption and economic difficulties before blaming our broken immigration system. There are a lot of Republicans out there give speeches how outraged they are at the situation at the border. Not many are putting forward solutions or steps that we could take. Yeah, they did. Trump and many Republicans. Another guy was racist, homophobe, xenophobe. That's a made-up word, but they use it now. Xenophobe, racist, xenophobe. You just finally say F it. So we're a little tired of the speeches. You know what? She's got a nerve on her I'm glad my tooth doesn't have. We're glad to partner on solutions and working together to address this problem that has not been partisan in the past. You control all three branches. Fix it now. This is September. You've had almost 9 months. In fact, really longer if you think about it, because you were President-elect Joe Biden. Could have sat down right day after the election. Pelosi and all them. Said as soon as everybody's sworn in January, here's the bill we're going to pass. Nope. Let's listen to Ms. Psaki.
Thanks. So we know that the Vice President has been tasked with addressing the root causes of migration. A Democratic congressman from Texas told CNN yesterday that the Vice President's trip to Mexico and Central America had no impact. So first I'm wondering if the administration can just detail some tangible examples of the actions in addressing the root causes of migration that have had a tangible, an actual impact. And then secondly, what specific root causes is the Vice President currently addressing to help curb Haitian migration from places like Chile and Brazil?
Well, I think as the Vice President and the President have both conveyed, this is going to be a long-term effort. And what the focus is on is addressing root causes like corruption, like economic circumstances that are impacting people and prompting them to want to come to the United States. So that requires working with governments, both to put in place new...
Okay, I've got to stop it. Usually I play the videos right through. How about this? Right after the election in November of last year, at that time, President-elect Joe Biden says, come on in. We're stopping the border wall. We're changing all of Trump's policies. Come on in to the United States. Come here. He said it. I saw the video, and it wasn't taken out of context. Hey, how about that?
Migration proceedings and processes or limitations sometimes at borders. We've seen some impacts of those over the course of the last several months. It also includes providing assistance and engaging closely with these leaders on what steps can be taken. And the Vice President has been deeply engaged in this. But again, as it relates to Haiti,
Sorry to interrupt again, but how about this? How about Bolivia, Chile, Haiti, everybody? Unless you stop your people from coming here or take them back when they're caught here, you won't get another freaking dime from us. Ever. How about that? Think that might get their attention? Maybe.
To our broken immigration system, the clear step that needs to be taken is an immigration bill needs to pass Congress. It's a broken system.
Yes, and the immigration bill they have currently on the table is for amnesty for tens of millions with no caveat to be on public assistance, welfare. None. To be honest with you, I believe it was 1914 we stopped open immigration where anybody could come in, as long as they didn't have a disease or a criminal history. I love to have open borders right now, to be honest with you. With one caveat, all the social programs go away. All of them. You can't have both. You can't have a very large social program safety net, which is now a hammock, and open immigration. You can't have those two things. It'll be destruction of the country in less than a year. So, are they willing to get rid of all the social programs? No, they just want to give amnesty to millions and millions of people so they can win the next 10 elections. So let's cut through the crap. Every time the Democrats put up an immigration policy, it's a disaster.
That is ineffective, one that is not moral in many cases at this point in time. It's long overdue. There are a lot of Republicans out there giving speeches about how outraged they are about the situation at the border. Not many who are putting forward solutions or...
How about this? What house or what branch of government do the Republicans have a majority in? Let's see. Let's do the little Jeopardy song. Do, 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 do. The answer, none. Where's your proposals? And by the way, if you think in your personal mind that something's immoral, does not making it illegal. That's just your opinion. The law is much different than someone's personal opinion.
Steps that we could take. So we're a little tired of the speeches. We'd like to partner on solutions and working together to address this problem that has not been partisan in the past.
It's always been partisan in the past. It was Newt Gingrich that made a deal, Tip O'Neill made a deal with Ronald Reagan to give, almost 20 million people amnesty. They made a deal together. It was partisan. And Tip O'Neill gave a bunch of stuff to the president at that time, Reagan. That's what they call a compromise. I thought it was a crappy one, but it's still a compromise nonetheless. You're running your mouth and running your mouth and running your mouth. And then when the whole thing blows up, I'm tired of the opposing party's rhetoric. You know what? Shut the up, okay? Getting a little irritated, is she? Because she's trying to defend an indefensible position for months. She could try to defend. Remember the last fiasco with Peter Ducey from Fox? Well, the reason why we're letting so many into the country is because they're not going to be here long. Oh, let's see. They traveled all the way from Haiti, hundreds if not thousands of miles, lived in Chile, Bolivia, and other parts in South and Central America, stayed there for several years, in some cases 4 or 5, 6 years, and then when Joe Biden gets elected, they all come here and want free stuff. That's not on you? Of course it is. They want the blame to go around. It's a broken immigration system. We have all the majorities, but we can't fix it. So let's bring some Republicans in and say, look, they suck too. That's exactly what this is. And that's just a transcript from what she said. This problem has not been partisan in the past. This is one of your number one issues besides the Supreme Court. Immigration. It's the only way your bad policies could possibly pass is by flooding the country with millions of people that you think will vote your way. You've written off 75 odd million people totally. You've got to replace some of them with somebody. They want chaos. They're going to go after people because they whip somebody in the river and didn't even whip them with the rain. These people are nuts. So she's lost her temper a little bit and she's a little tired. Well, you know what? And I'll say this really sarcastically. I'll tell you what, honey. You know what? You work for a moron. Or the people that are making the policy are morons, and you speak for them. So you know what? We're a little tired of you too. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.